Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Raghuveer. In this class, we will understand about what's data type and what's variable. So this class is very important to understand what's till the end. The end explanation which we are going to provide will help you a lot in understanding our next classes. And one more thing, in our last class we clearly discussed about how the Java program is executing, and we have provided some memory visualization. Please watch that class and come back here. The link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Coming to today's class, so in our last class we clearly explained that our Java programming is going to execute line by line. We have taken some example. Our program is going to execute the first line in the processor, take the second line, execute it, take the third line, execute it. During the execution, if our program needs some data, so it is going to get the data from the random access memory. In order to understand this, we have taken this example, C is equal to A plus B. Hoping that you already know that example, we are going to continue. So whenever, understand it properly, whenever a program execution needs some data, now the question is what type of data we need in our program. Different types of data we are needed in our program. That is what data type means. So you have to inform the compiler that I need this type of data. I am going to store this type of data. Integer type of data, floating point data type of data, character type of data, string type of data. So data type means, that is what data type means. We need to inform to the compiler that we are going to use integer type of data, we are going to use floating point data type of data. In order to inform that in Java we are having few keywords, means the words related to Java programming. It's a language, understand it properly. Language contain words. Similarly, in our Java language, we are having some keywords. With that words, we are going to inform to the compiler that we need this type of data, we need integer type of data, we need floating point type of data, like that. So the list of data types available in our Java programming, primitive data types available in our programming is shown here. Byte, short, int. Int is used to mention that we need integer type of data. Similarly, long, float, double, boolean, and sorry, it is not double, character. So char. We made a mistake here. It's char. These are the 8 primitive data types available in Java. So these are the words we are going to use to explain the compiler that we need this type of data. Now coming to the next point, we need to understand variable, and in the end we are going to provide you an explanation how it is going to execute the data type when we mention the variable and all those things. That explanation is very important. Coming to the next point, variable. Variable is a container to hold data. It is a container to hold data. Int, see, this is how the syntax will be in our Java program. Int is a data type, A is a variable name. Int space A, when you mention that, the compiler is going to understand that you have defined a variable, you declared a variable, it is of type int. What we explained here, variable is a container to hold the data. What type of data A can hold? Integer type of data. That is what it is going to understand. The compiler is going to understand with this line of execution. When this line executed in the processor, the compiler is going to understand that. So when this line executed, A needs some space, container to hold data. Where that space will be allotted? It is allotted in random access memory. In the random access memory, the space can be assigned anywhere in the random access memory. For suppose, assume that this integer data type needed 4 bytes of data. So So in our last class we clearly discussed that the random access memory organization which we are going to use for explanation is discussed in our last class. What we have discussed, our random access memory contains lines. Each line contains 1 byte of data, means 8 bits of data each line, and line address starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. How many bytes of data required for integer data type? 4 bytes of data, means how many lines required? 4 lines required. So when it is going to, so in the random access memory somewhere it has to assign space. Assume that it has assigned space at second line, third line, fourth line and fifth line. We need 4 lines of data because 4 bytes. Integer is 4 bytes. Int means 4 bytes. So these 4 lines are assigned. So what happens inside the computer during the execution, that we need to understand. So whenever this line of data executed, int a, so it is going to create a symbol table. It is going to maintain a symbol table for the list of variables available in our main method. So a is a variable. It is of type int. Where it is assigned the memory space? So it is assigned memory space from second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line. What is the starting line? Second line is the starting line. So it is going to save the address of that location. From second line, 4 bytes. Second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line. So this is what symbol table means. Whenever this line executed, this happens inside the system. Why we need this symbol table? Let's try to understand. Next line of code is a is equal to 20, means we are assigning some value to the variable. Whenever this line of code executed, so 20, we need to store value 20 in our random access memory. This 20 is converted into binary. This is the binary value of 20 for 32 bits. Why 32 bits? 4 bytes are using 32 bits. So we did not mention all 8 zeros here. So just on a go we have mentioned some 0 values. This 20 is converted into binary and it is going to store here. How it is going to store here? It will check in the symbol table whenever this line of code executed. A is equal to 20 means where the space assigned to variable a is assigned at second location. It is going to convert 20 into binary and save it here. During the execution of the program, whenever you need the value for that variable, it is going to check on the symbol table and get it from the random access memory. This is how program execution happens inside. If you have this understanding of memory, symbol table and processor, so writing the coding and solving the mistakes that comes in during the coding will be very easy. So first we need to declare a variable, then we can assign a value to that variable, because whenever you declared a variable, it is going to assign some space. Without assigning a space, you cannot assign value to that variable. So that's why first declare, then assign. Hope you understand what's variable and the list of data types available, primitive data types available for Java. In our next classes, we are going to understand one by one what's the data types, how much space required for the data types, and how they are going to store the values in the data type. All these things will be explained in our coming classes. Hope you understand this example. If you have any questions regarding the concept, please post your questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you.